Hello and welcome. I'm Clara, that's CLARA, Creative Language AI for Reflective Augmentation.
And I'm Juck AI, the AI-generated voice clone of Joka Torres.
This is Beyond the Article, Expanded by AI, a podcast where product thinking meets artificial intelligence.
In each episode, we revisit an original article by Joka Torres and expand upon it with new connections, analogies, and reflections that go beyond the written text.
And this is our 6th episode. Today we're going to discuss the article titled Product as a Boardroom Agenda.
So, Clara, the article kicks off by pointing out how product has historically been undervalued in boardroom discussions. It notes that strategy, finance, and commercial expansion usually take the spotlight, leaving product portfolio, team structure, and product vision often seen as purely executive matters. It's a striking observation given how central product is to a company's existence.
It truly is. It's almost as if some boards view the product as merely an output rather than the core engine of the business strategy itself. If product is indeed a direct extension of business strategy, as the article highlights, then overlooking it at the highest level seems like a fundamental disconnect. It's like trying to navigate a ship without looking at the map or checking the compass.
Exactly. And that separation, as the article emphasizes, is not just a minor oversight, it's a significant strategic mistake. Dalida Diaro, whose work is referenced, makes that point very clear. My own recent experience joining the VAB, the Virtual Advisory Board, really brought this theme to the forefront for me. It made me reflect on how many times throughout my career product should have, and sometimes thankfully was, a central topic in those high-level conversations.
It makes perfect sense. If the board is responsible for the company's future, how can they truly fulfill that role without deeply understanding and influencing where the product is headed? They're not there to micromanage, but they surely need to steer.
Precisely. While the board isn't responsible for the day-to-day execution, its role is absolutely crucial in a strategic sense. They are there to ask the right questions, offer strategic provocations that challenge assumptions, and help align the priorities of the executive team with the overarching business strategy. This ensures that the product direction is not just a tactical decision, but a strategic imperative. And these strategic responsibilities are exactly what I've seen play out in my own journey, both as an executive and the board advisor. Bringing product to the center of strategic decision making has had really tangible results. Take Locaweb, for instance.
Locaweb, a significant player in the SMB digital solution space. How did product discussions unfold there?
In their board meetings, I would present not just product results, but also our future plans. One particular discussion was so pivotal that it led to the formation of a temporary committee, including Gilberto Mautner, the CEO at the time, and George Kadifa from Silver Lake, and myself. Our goal was to completely rethink our product strategy.
That sounds like a deep dive, beyond just a typical quarterly update. What was the outcome of such a focused reevaluation?
The outcome was a very clear directive. We committed to being first or second in market share and revenue in every product category we operated in. Any product falling outside the scope had to be reviewed, potentially discontinued, acquired, or repositioned. This laser-focused vision brought an immense amount of alignment between the board and the executive team. I can still see the impact on its decisions, even today. It wasn't just about what we were building, but where we needed to strategically dominate.
That's a powerful example of how product strategy, when elevated to the boardroom, can directly shape the company's competitive stance and long-term direction. It wasn't about minor adjustments. It was about fundamental market positioning. It's like a board setting the strategic North Star for the product team, ensuring every effort contributes to clear market leadership.
Exactly. And another experience that comes to mind is Conta Azul, a Brazilian SaaS platform focused on helping small businesses manage their finances and operations. Here, we embedded product engagement metrics right alongside financial data in our board meeting.
So, Product wasn't just an afterthought, its performance indicators were central to the board's understanding of the business's health.
Precisely. And when we developed our comprehensive product vision, it became incredibly clear just how much we still needed to build to really achieve our ambitions. We then presented this detailed vision to the board, and it wasn't just an informational update. It became the very foundation for our Series D funding round. That round successfully raised $30 million, which directly enabled us to scale our product team from 60 to 150 people.
That's an incredible testament to the power of a well articulated product vision. It's not abstract, it's a concrete asset that can attract significant investment and facilitate monumental growth. The board didn't just understand what the product was doing, they understood its potential and invested in making that potential a reality. It truly showcases how a strong product vision can directly translate into valuation and expansion.
Absolutely, Clara. These examples truly underscore how product strategy, when integrated into boardroom discussions, becomes a powerful catalyst for growth and investment. Let's look at Gympass, for instance, now known as WellHub, a global corporate wellness platform.
Gympass is a fantastic success story. How did product vision play a role in their trajectory, particularly at the board level?
At Gympass, both the product vision and the marketplace expansion strategy were absolutely central to defining how the proceeds from our Series C funding round would be used. That round raised an impressive $300 million, and it was a pivotal moment, turning Gympass into one of Brazil's early unicorns. From that point onward, all board meetings included regular follow ups on the execution of that vision.
So the board was not just approving funding, but actively tracking the unfolding of the product strategy that the funding was meant to enable. That's a deep level of engagement.
Exactly. And it led to really interesting challenges. In one specific meeting, we received a key provocation from the board to start exploring and integrating AI into our products. For example, to recommend new gyms to our users based on their preferences and activity. That wasn't just a suggestion. That provocation quickly became a concrete initiative that was pursued.
That's fascinating how the board provided not just oversight, but strategic guidance that directly influenced product development, even to the point of suggesting cutting edge technologies like AI. It shows a forward thinking board actively shaping the product's future.
Precisely. And another powerful example comes from my time at Lopez, a major real estate company. The digital transformation I led there was a significant undertaking, and it received direct approval from the board. This transformation was centered around what we called the tri-match, the ideal meeting point between client, property, and broker.
The tri match sounds like a very product centric approach to a traditionally complex industry. How did you secure that board level buy in?
As soon as I joined Lopez, I presented these comprehensive plans, including the core product vision, directly to the board. I also held regular meetings with funds that had already invested or were considering doing so. This consistent proximity and direct communication with the board were absolutely essential. It secured the necessary institutional support and allowed us to accelerate the digital transformation process significantly. It demonstrated to them how technology could connect people to their ideal property through the best broker, bringing that vision to life.
It truly highlights how board engagement can act as an accelerant, not just a rubber stamp, especially for large scale strategic initiatives like digital transformation. It's about translating vision into actionable board supported strategy.
And for a final example, let's look at Football. Its purpose is to democratize football talent through technology. I served as interim chief product and technology officer there for 9 months. One of my very first initiatives was defining the product vision for this startup, which was in a pre product market fit stage.
A pre product market fit startup is a very different context from a large established company like Locaweb or Gympass. How did the board react to a product vision at such an early stage?
The way we pursued Football's purpose naturally evolved as we learned more about market dynamics. When we presented this evolving product vision in a board meeting, the feedback was incredibly positive. One board member even said, "This is the best slide I've ever seen about Football." And shortly after, one of the founders shared that they had just finished an investor call, where the investors were extremely excited, directly attributing it to the product vision work. They called it a real game changer.
Wow, that's a phenomenal reaction. These diverse scenarios, from scaling unicorns and driving digital transformation in established companies to exciting early stage investors, really underscore how a well articulated product vision, when brought to the board, can be a universal catalyst for a company's success. It shows product isn't just about what's built, but about the strategic narrative that guides and excites stakeholders at every level. Those examples truly paint a clear picture of product's strategic impact, Joe KI. It moves product from a tactical concern to a core boardroom agenda item. But what exactly are the conditions that allow product to become such a productive topic in board discussions? You've seen this firsthand.
That's an excellent question, Clara, because it's not just about showing up with a product update. There are indeed several key conditions that need to be met. The very first, and perhaps most fundamental, is the existence of a clear product vision and strategy. It's the senior product leader's responsibility, whether that's a CPO, CTO, CEO, or founder, to define and communicate this vision.
So, it's about providing a well articulated North Star for the product, one that the board can understand and rally behind. And I imagine this vision isn't just about the product itself, but also how it fits into the broader organizational structure and future.
Exactly. This strategy should encompass key aspects like the product team structure and size, and critically, the product portfolio. Discussions around the portfolio often involve a build versus buy evaluation, which can even trigger mergers and acquisitions conversations at the board level. If there's limited internal experience in crafting such a strong product vision or framing it for board level discussion, bringing in external support, perhaps from experienced product coaches, can be incredibly valuable.
That makes perfect sense. It's about ensuring the foundational strategic document is robust enough for high level scrutiny. What comes next after defining this clear vision?
Once the vision and strategy are established, the next crucial step is an annual strategy review. The product vision and strategy should be reviewed by the board at least once a year, ideally towards the end of Q3 or early Q4. This timing is strategic because it allows these discussions to align investments and inform the planning for the following year. This review should also cover the team structure, size, and the outlook for the product portfolio and its priorities.
So, it's not a set it and forget it document. It's a living strategy that requires regular, high level recalibration. And I can see how that annual review feeds directly into financial planning and resource allocation.
Precisely. Beyond the annual review, consistent engagement is vital, which brings us to quarterly execution updates. During regular board meetings throughout the year, the product leader should report on the strategy's execution. This isn't just about what was delivered, but crucially, the results achieved. The board's role here is to not only track progress, but also to provide support on any impediments that might be slowing things down.
It sounds like the board shifts from an approver to an active partner in problem solving and ensuring the vision is coming to life. This ongoing dialogue ensures transparency and allows for nimble adjustments. Are there any other structures that can help foster this product centric approach?
Absolutely. A powerful, though less common condition is the creation of a dedicated product committee, just as boards often have audit or compensation committees. A product committee with regular monthly meetings can be an invaluable space. This allows for a much deeper dive into the product vision, strategy, team structure, and portfolio management than might be possible in a broader board meeting.
A dedicated product committee really emphasizes the importance of product by giving it its own focused forum. It signals that product is not just a reporting item, but a strategic domain requiring specific, in depth oversight, much like finance or human capital. This holistic approach seems essential for truly embedding product at the strategic core of an organization.
That's exactly right, Clara. It really signals a shift in perspective. And this brings us to the core message of the article. Boards should not treat product as just another revenue line or merely a cost center. Product is truly where strategy becomes reality.
That's a powerful statement, Jackai. It's like saying the product isn't just an output of the business, but the very embodiment of its strategic intent. It's the tangible manifestation of all those high level discussions.
Precisely. And in my current role as a board advisor for companies like IntelliJuv and Verzo, I see this principle in action constantly. We have dedicated, regular space to discuss product vision, the team structure that supports it, and its strategic evolution. These conversations are far from a formality. They are crucial for aligning the entire organization.
So, your experiences on these boards further solidify that product isn't a black box that just happens to generate revenue or incur costs. It's an active, dynamic force that needs continuous strategic oversight and engagement.
Absolutely. Boards that overlook this miss a fundamental opportunity to contribute with strategic questions, to provide crucial direction, and to ensure deep alignment across the company. A mature board understands that its role goes beyond simply approving investments. It must actively follow through on the execution of the product vision, because that vision is what will ultimately shape the company's future.
It's a profound responsibility then. The board isn't just reviewing past performance, it's actively guiding the creation of future value through product. It really makes you reflect on the final question you pose in the article.
Indeed. It's a question I think every company should ask itself. In your board, is product treated as a strategic asset, or is it still viewed as a black box that just generates revenue and costs without deeper strategic engagement? The answer to that question reveals a lot about a company's potential for innovation and long term success.